How the hell are you? It is me. It is I. I am the greatest there is, the greatest there was, and the greatest there ever will be. I am greatness personified. Myself. Yes. Stoney, greatness. Yeah, and I know we don't got no people here. Oh, they here. I'm here. They're always late. Always late.
That's because we be getting into it with you.
Always late.
You start your thing and you just get lost in it. Oh, they love it. They love it. Oh.
They should, late asses. All right, and I am here with the man of the hour, myth, the legend, the activist, the author, the philanthropist, the educator, the entertainer, the empowerer, the incantor. Mm-hmm. Yes. We don't talk about Bruno.
Canto.
Something like that. So those of respect and bend the knee. Because we come from all across the world to see the man who wears the crown that hangs 2 inches from the ground. He's your king. He's my king. He's King Kevyn.
The audience be sneaky sometimes. Thank you guys. And I think I will let Stoney do the honors.
Paid today. Gosh. Look under your seats. Nothing.
I will let Stoney do the honors of introducing our extra guest here.
Yeah. So you know him. You love him. All right. He is number 23 on his birth certificate. But number 1 in your hearts. The champion of drag statistics. The one, the only, the magnificent stat boy himself, Rosko!
Oh, he gets theme music and everything.
Oh, wow. That's right. The bull. That's why it's Rosko,
They got a little chant going for you. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today for another great episode of the GreatMines Show. And today we are going to go over, recap RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, the grand finale. Yes. We have our top 4 queens, and they're battling it out for the title of America's Next Drag Superstar. Win $200,000, a lifetime supply of Anastasia Beverly Hills.
A 1-year supply.
That's what I said. And and a crown and scepter.
Yes.
Before we get into it,
and we have a winner.
Who did you want to win?
Anya Nerve. That was my pick from the beginning. I would say she was somebody that I've always been paying attention to since the very beginning, and yeah, it's been Anya since day one.
Yeah.
You team Anya as well.
I the majority of me yes is. The majority of me yes is.
The majority was the not majority.
There's a good chunk of me that is, Team Sam, and I admit it is because I find Sam to be so goddamn beautiful, like in and out of drag, like oh my goodness.
Fair.
I am. And he likes football players.
I am and have been Team Anya. I kind of say majority too because I have this. Well, not for the same reason, but the same bit. It feels like I could be team Jules Sparkles as well because like even though she wasn't one of the soaring queens,
Jules
she
was
did
great.
amazing this
Jules
entire
had an awesome
season.
race.
So
There we go.
So yeah, I'm definitely team Anya, but I have a little hope for Jules because I kind of want to see Jules win too. I think like that would be a great story to see.
Yeah.
All right, so here we have it. We have our top 4 queens: Jules Sparkles, Aya Nurse, Lexi Love, and Sam Star. Which is so funny because we were watching Wild 'N Out before the show started, and there's another Sam Star who was also, I want to say, non-binary for purposes of this comparison, which I thought was really interesting. But anyway, these are our top 4 queens. Before they do their grand march in their first part of the competition, all of the eliminated queens walk in. I don't know if you guys want to point out any queens in particular because some of them was just like not noticeable or
I'm gonna give like the pit stop. Talk about the top four.
Well, I do want to shout out a couple people.
Yeah,
for me, Crystal Envy.
Yes.
Susie Toot. Wow.
Actually, Lana Jarre was one of my
Lana Jarre was also beautiful and gorgeous. You know who else was?
Who?
Acacia
Forgot.
Yes, she was. When I was like Acacia Forgot came out, I was like, wow, where was this?
No, so the person that I would highlight is actually Joella. The reason why is because the outfit that she wore was a remake of her bed dress. Or her bed, she turned it into the mattress. She actually turned it into an actual dress that was actually cute. And if she had done that in the competition, she would have lasted longer. At least she wouldn't be going home first.
No, second.
Second. That's why I said because Lucky Star's home first. You don't think so? You know what's wrong?
Not dope. Is giving Sam Star with the signs. Send them home together.
Really? No. Talk about it. Talk about it. What's up?
Joella?
Yes. You don't. I'm not saying she would have gone further, but she wouldn't have gone home that night. In that episode,
still would have went home regardless.
Ding.
I don't think so.
I mean, you don't really know. I felt like she would have went farther, maybe like to like episode 3.
She would have been. The problem is, a really good queen would have been caught up in the riffraff of that and going home instead.
Yeah.
But like I think that she would have gone at least another episode.
You're really standing on this note, Stoney. Oh my god.
You don't think it was cute?
Well, I think on the topic of like the mattress, or even
it was a cute little like callback and nod and wink and stuff like that. I just don't like how Trinity just doesn't see it for Susie. That's how I feel about fair. Joella. That's
fair. That's your opinion.
Nope. Why don't Trinity see it for Susie?
Anything apparently.
But no, Susie's look was amazing.
Well, absolutely.
I also feel like had she done like an Audrey 3, like a mashup of Audrey and Audrey 2, and did Audrey 3, it would have been a new character and we would have lived for it. But yeah, hindsight is 2020. So then we have our top 4 queens come out. We have
honorable mention her Mona Lisa because she did look amazing.
Nothing special. Yeah. I mean, like we could talk
her
about.
mug was amazing.
We can talk. We can talk about Corey Kyng, who I think was like
Corey Kyng's dress. Like the dress game was definitely elevated.
I got you to do my hair.
I also feel like the fit was there was something off about the fit.
Well, that's just because Corey Kyng has a very very manly body, and it's very hard to
you think Corey Kyng is the first person to Rose who had a manly body.
Rose, freaking
Cameron Michaels.
Cameron Michaels. But
they actually were tight bodies too.
But they knew how to silhouette the shit.
That's my point. I mean?
But that's Corey's drag though, and she made that very know like she wants to be like as a drag queen, like traditional drag queen. You know that's a man.
Man body.
And I'm here for that. Like some drag queens that's like
it's like drag queens and it's crazy because it's like from basically from the titties up. Like,
Yeah.
titties up, man. Titties down, buxom, bodacious lady. Like,
Man. So our top 4 queens come out. Jewel Sparkles comes out in this beautiful pink, almost want to say mermaid gown type dress, but like
I would have said, like, it reminded me of like one of those Barbies that remain in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Where you see the
collector's
Barbies.
item.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was like big poofy, like it was like all like in different 4 little points and stuff, and it came out and it was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. Pink looked like jewels, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On brand, in my
I
opinion.
would say it was on brand. I think for me it was like an elevated look for what she came in for her work room, like
her entrance look,
her entrance look, and just like the whole thing on brand thing.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I definitely just like the whole aesthetic of like her being on brand with this Ariana Grande theme and just like being like tiny and petite, and
it did give Galinda.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
and that's why I was gonna say it gave like a dress like that, and that's the reference that I got.
I would love to hear another what you're packing after about the finale looks, because that really was a show-stopping look. Like, see that dress worn anywhere.
I think that they shouldn't even do the what you're packing so like before the finale.
Yeah, anyway. It should be after the finale.
Like with the final 4, or like with the people in the finals, they should just do the what you're packing after the finale, and then they could talk about everything, the whole scope of the season, and really give shine to the winner and their runway packages and stuff. Yeah,
agreed.
Wow, I know you're watching.
I thought you was about to say something.
No, I was, but honestly, I lost. So we can just go on to the next.
So then we have Anya Nerd.
No,
Lexi.
Yeah, they went. It's
yeah. It was Lexi Love who came out in a very Victoria's Secret-esque look.
Absolutely great. I thought that it was because she came in a very similar look. It was very, red, cutesy, all love and everything. But then it's
mostly
like
nude, covering up the
right
naughty parts.
But to me, what I got was that she was coming in all with full of love and and just hey, I'm here, Lexi Love and all the red hearts and stuff like that. Love. And then when she came out in her finale look, she very much was saying that she's blossomed, and that she has bloomed, and it's basically like a play on that look that she had, but
I can see that.
Yeah, that's what
very
I got.
Beautiful. I guess I'm a little bit drag biased in the sense that I can't complain about how big it was, because it was big. It was beautiful. It wasn't as drag as I'd like, but it was absolutely drag. So I'm like, being a Gemini right now, I guess I just wanted more. But that's just me being a Gemini, because like she did what she needed to do. Honestly,
It's too bad that I can't remember what her runway was.
That's only because it's 420.
Well, I mean, yeah,
because like her runway was the little fat wing thing, but it was like flowers.
Yes, because 420.
It's 420, yeah.
But I do remember
Happy 420, Happy Easter, and all that other stuff.
Yes, we are. We have risen high.
Yes, we have.
Just like he has arisen.
So after Lexi, we have Anya. I'm trying to think of what her look reminded me of. It was very Afrocentric, but very Wakanda forever. There you go.
Very much like award statue-esque. Like,
yes.
Like definitely look like it could be some sort of award statue, like for the NAACP Image Awards,
it was
or
opulent.
the Essence Awards.
It was Afrocentric.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. It was it fit her right. Like she did that correctly. So Anya Nerd entrance or runway look.
Her like finale look is like, yeah. And then she
That's
did
the
her
finale.
little-
That's the finale look.
her little prance.
Yeah. Take her time down the
Mhm.
runway. You know, it always serves it like that. That's what always gonna like eat her runways up every time she steps on.
Just
there.
like how, you know, and it's crazy because like I feel like you know, she has that thing going for her as far as her runway. Bob had, you know, always coming in first
yes.
and stuff. So it's cool to see the certain things and certain niches that they are trying to inhabit and stuff.
And after Anya, we had Sam Starr. After watching Pit Stop, they put words to my feelings about Sam Starr look. When I say they, more specifically Bianca Del Rio. I've seen it. And I mean, you can put any girl's face there at this point, especially the country ones, Trixie, Alyssa, Trinity. But with that being said, I just named a bunch of winners. So even though it's something that you've seen on some level, the way that Sam Starr elevated that look, she had the big cowboy hat with gold, with her dress, pants, whatever it was, like it had the stars on it. The hair was the big country blonde wig, like
big old tassels.
Yes, it's like she
Fringe
did
stuff,
the look.
Yeah, she really did do the look.
She did the look.
I just think it wasn't like as strong as everyone else.
Maybe not.
But
No. Actually, if you ask me, and if I had to like put it in order, who's I like the most to the least, I'm gonna have to say Anya, Jules, Sam, Lexi.
Yeah, I can put it in that same order. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, like in that order specifically.
I preferred Jules' look to Anya, so I would flip those two. But you know,
depending on what you're asking for.
Yeah, I guess that's depending what you're asking for.
Because they both were like opulent, they both were beautiful.
Yeah.
They both
were
the
finale
stage,
level. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Me, it's me personally. Like if I was, you know, a chick, you know what I mean. Like if I had the alternate universe, I'm connecting with my alternate universe person who was born female. You know what I mean? And so it's like, you know, the girly girl ones.
I thought he was going to connect to an alternate universe where that version of him does drag. But
right,
okay,
but you know that works also.
No, I don't want to go
Oh.
there.
Look, just go all the way.
Go there, but yeah. So yeah.
So the queens are going to perform a song that for the first time in Drag Race history, they'll be performing their own vocals.
So they went in the studio, did a song, you know, probably with Leland or somebody, you know, and and turned out a song for them to perform. And yeah, it was definitely, I thought that it definitely added a different kind of uniqueness to their performances, because it's their voice and they know when to emote and stuff like that, and they recorded it. So, you know, I think the lip sync would have been way more tighter and open and allow themselves to be way more tighter, which is an overall better, you know, performance for them and everything.
That's true.
But I enjoyed it. Did it really make a difference to me as far as watching it and me like saying, oh my gosh, this is so much better than past seasons? No, you know, because I hate people.
I would say, and no, but yes, I feel like going forward, if they were to do this again, the next season will have to top it. I'll put it like that, because
like,
they definitely set a standard.
Like we don't need Willow Pill or I hate people. Like,
no, but I think
right.
if they want to branch off of like original songs being by queens, especially if you know there's like queens that are talented to do their own numbers, and even just like we kind of were saying about the talent show, like, you know, it is like a talent. Like if you do know how to like write your own song,
if you have a good coach in there with you, the thing that I like about this is I am able to connect with that queen, especially when you're watching the season and you know their voice. Like I remember the first time I paid attention to one of these finale songs. I'm like, okay, that's definitely not that queen on stage saying it, but it's cute. It's a good song. They're doing a great lip sync. But like, It's like you having your favorite singer. You go into their show and you know what they sound like. When they sing, you can tell they're lip syncing because it's somebody else's voice. It's just a psychological thing of connecting with the actual artist. Yeah. And like what you said, because they were in the studio recording it, then they had to do choreography. They have an intimate connection to it, and because it's their voice, there's a different level of ownership.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they get to emote a whole lot differently than trying to figure out what that other artist was thinking when they performed it like that with those specific inflections. So no, I think it gives them a lot more to own. They don't have to be great singers.
No, that's what autotune is for. I mean, hey, and they're drag queens, unless you're like really like an artist, like, and I think we're in a time where, thank you for RuPaul, like drag
Monet
queens
Exchange
can like be, well, Monet Exchange too, but I'm saying more so RuPaul like starting the game of like drag queens singing, and just like how drag queens singing to this day, she's still producing music, and I think that inspires like all types of drag queens. Let them know, like, you don't gotta have the singing voice that you think that you Beyonce, Ariana Grande, but if you want to put a 1-2 Kit Kat Canoe song,
get
right to it. And I think that's what is very inspiring.
Yeah. RuPaul is a music artist.
Yeah, for music artists and
like Rose said,
Yeah, one of us is a recording artist, one of us is a singer.
Yeah.
And no shit, that's two different things. Yeah. But in all fairness, it's all about what brings you joy. And I think that's the main thing about drag queens doing music nowadays, especially queens who particularly aren't the best singers. They still get the brand off of like a certain genre where people really listen to their music, because people do like listen to drag queen music, and that's a thing now. And like I said, thanks to RuPaul.
So,
and Big Frida.
Yes.
Well, yes.
Definitely. Oh wait, let me forget where I was about to go with that.
Who follows me on Snapchat?
Big Frida?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wait.
Hi, Big Frida.
Okay. So Jewel Sparkles went first.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And they had all the dancers, the Drag Race dancers come out and help them out with their performance. What Jules did with her performance was add so much cute and camp that you couldn't help but like fall in love. Mm-hmm. She was amazing. She sounded great. She danced great. She was funny. And she is not that little twerp over there. And I'm pointing past him, so I'm calling him a twerp. But that little twerp over there making all that noise. No, Jules did great. What was the name of her song?
Ding.
Ding.
Definitely on brand. Ding. I love the interactions with the dancers. She did a lot of like flips and held upside. They lifted like she did. Mm-hmm. Great, amazing. I loved it.
Ding, 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 ding.
I like the whole branding. Just like doing, the thing, and then just like the whole like thing and thing-a-ling, like it was just like real cute. It was really campy. And personally, I just thought like it showed the other side of Jules, that she did execute it like kind of a little bit in like Snatch Game, like that she can be funny. Like a lot of like girls in previous season where they're usually known to just be like really cute and petite, they're not really as like funny. Mm-hmm. And I think Jules like showcased like she can be cute, petite, and like and be funny at the same time. But that's what I got from like her like whole Ding performance. It was a call by the show, like she can still be like cute and campy, like how some of these girls are. It's all about being like pretty and peppy. It's more than that.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah. I want to
Ding. Love
Lexi.
Ding.
Next, you said Lexi. Mm-hmm. Lexi comes out on skates.
Yeah.
Her song is classic.
It was a classic. Hey, Mom. Mom.
Mom.
There we go. It was cute. I felt like it was a talent show performance, not a grand finale performance.
To put it nicely, yes, I agree. I felt like
I think it's because we saw it in the talent show.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what it felt like.
Like had she done something where she either started out in regular and then got into the roller skates, or started out in the roller skates and then came out of the roller skates and then really broke it down and really, you know what I mean? Like that would have been like, oh, stuff, you know what I mean? Like, cause she did double the work. Like, so I think that's what was missing. I mean, I get it that she wanted to really showcase her roller skating ability and showcase her roller skating talent, but she's already did that this season, and I think it kind of made it a bit stale of a number overall as far as the impact and everything.
Yeah.
Not saying that it was a stale performance; it was a great performance.
Yeah.
It's just that the overall impact, because it was done before, ended up being kind of stale on like, you know, when it comes to her race, it didn't necessarily.
It didn't
give
do
her the
anything.
boost.
Right. It didn't do anything extra for you.
Yeah, I can kind of compare it to like how Plain Jane performed last year with like the bodysuit gag and just like her just being like capable of that. It felt like just like another time like her do burger finger, but just like more in a funnier, campy way. And even to Lexi, like point, if she had did like maybe like rollerblading, maybe that would add a little flair to it. But maybe she don't know how to rollerblade, because roller skating and rollerblading are two different things. But I think maybe little stuff like that probably would have gave it more of a boost. But I definitely feel like, you know, this is definitely just her talent show number, and now this time it's with like, you know, the pit crew helping her, like being her number. That's the only thing that's different.
So I want to point out in comparison though, Anya Nerve, because she didn't skate, she didn't do a whole bunch of the gags.
Turn the puppy into a bodysuit.
Huh?
It's about to turn the puppy into a bodysuit.
I mean, like, so no, I really didn't even say that. She didn't skate. She didn't do like the physical comedy that Jules did. She did her own original song. It do take nerve.
Yes.
And she killed it. Stage presence, lip sync, look, dance, lyrics, vocal agility, like she killed it.
Yep, it was a great finale performance. It was definitely, you know, there were like, not say that Lexi's wasn't finale caliber. It just didn't have the punch that so far Jules' performance had, and now Anya's performance. Because Anya's performance, like Kevin was saying, it was absolutely spot on. Just like everything was tight, was nice, and looked good. Like she came out in this like puffer jacket, like blow uppy, you know, dress, and then ripped that off and got into her little dance get up, and it was nice looking as well. Like everything was great.
Like
everything was
solid. Anya is somebody that you can literally say was made for this.
Yeah.
She can learn a little bit more with sewing and designing, yes. But tonight or Friday night, this episode, she looked amazing. Again, her performance was spotless.
Wow.
It was like perfect. Yes, another chef's kiss.
So you think that we've with well, I'll ask this question later because it's kind of, you know, spoilery. Okay. But I'll ask that question later. Next up we had Sam Starr.
Your girl.
Sam, yes.
You can talk about her.
She came out to, you know, it was like what I would call like, would you say it was more pop or country pop? I would say it's like country
was
pop.
Called Star, so it was more like, you know, I would say like a pop country, more than country pop. Like it was meant to be pop, but like it had like country element.
Yeah,
but I think that's what like she was trying to go for.
Right. Yeah. So I was like, you know, I thought it was a solid performance. I thought the performance was great.
The way honestly. They tossed and tumbled her.
Like Sam went back into all of the cheerleading tricks and stuff like that.
Yes.
You know, when he was standing in for the tumblers, because, you know, down in Alabama, they don't let the boys be tumblers. You can be bases, but you can't be, or the flyers actually. You know, you can tumble, but you can't fly. So, you know, only girls are flyers in the South. So it's like
on this main stage at the grand finale, Sam, you tumbled, you flew.
Yeah.
Okay. You were a flying star.
Yeah, definitely. And everything. Song was cute. And that's what I'll say about that. I'm not saying, and it's not anything bad or anything. I'm not trying to be shady or anything else like that. But don't hit no shade button, no coos over here. All right. It is just, you know, it was again, it stacking it up, you know, to me, yes, it had a little bit more punch than Lexi Love's performance.
Definitely did.
And everything, but it didn't have the same amount of punch and pow and pizzazz and sis boom ba that Anya's and
go ahead.
Anya's and like Jules had. So
I don't know. I feel like Lexi's was better than Sam, but I also think Anya's was
do you?
like I do. I had to rethink about because now I remember Lexi's performance because just doing that on roller skates is hard enough, and I feel like yes, she did it again, but she did it again more effortlessly to me than she did the first time.
Let me ask you a question: if Jax made it to the finale and she started doing jump rope with her hair, so
attitude.
I mean,
that's
yes, it's a talent. Yes, I expect that you're going to be good if you're going to do that as a talent on RuPaul's Drag Race. So I'm not saying that she shouldn't have skated. I'm saying that she should have elevated it so much.
Yeah, and
that's what I'm saying.
I get that, and I feel like with Jax, that was like just her being athletic. Like I always say, jump movement was her gimmick versus like Lexi. Like we know that she roller skates, but I do hear what you're like saying and like the grand like question of it all. Like what I want to see Jax like do the same she did for a talent number, like for life
and like what Stoney was saying, like if you started on a skates and then you transitioned to something else, or you did something else and then you ended up on the skates, like make it the highlight. Don't make it the trick. Don't make it the show more so.
Yeah. Make it a,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
First off, what's up, Jaja? I think Lexi was more original and effortless, but Sam had better energy.
Yeah.
I can agree.
That is fair. That's great.
Sam's energy and her performance was definitely contagious, and
right.
You got with it, especially seeing that little pretty lady looking thing.
Here's the
just
difference.
Getting tossed around.
With Sam, you felt like you were a part of the show. With Lexi, you felt like you were watching a show.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, that was good, but Sam made us want to be a part of more. So like you felt like a part of the energy.
Yeah, and she is a star. She is a star, Sam Star. Kudos. Everyone, ran a great race.
Mm-hmm.
The top four is all well deserving. But we did have to, pare it down to the final two queens.
Before we do that, we were graced with the presence of two very congenial, beautiful queens.
So yeah, I was going to announce the two and then do the Miss Congeniality before we go into the final two.
That's going backwards because the congeniality thing happens.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I know. I get what he's doing.
Stretching the show.
Yeah, no, that's
fine. So so we had to cut it down from final four to a final two after all the performances and everything. RuPaul made a decision.
As she always do.
And she has decided that the top two queens for the season are
On Your Nerve. I gotta give you that one. And then the next queen to make it to the top two was
Jules Sparkles,
which sadly means that Sam Star and Lexi Love had to sashay away.
Yes.
But let me just talk about Lexi Love one more time, real quick. Because we love Lexi so much and we admire her resilience and the struggle that she had prior to Drag Race, on Drag Race, and getting through. Lexi Love is the only queen on this season who has only lip synced once, and it was only because she won. She was never a bottom.
Never placed
queen.
Below safe.
Never. The only queen.
She is. I think she is the one. I think she's the only queen besides winners who can say that. I think there's only because Bianca, yes, she went through her entire season, did not lip sync, and never finished below safe. Like
some other queens like that, but I do get what you're saying. It's a rare thing to do
for a non-winner to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
No, so I don't know. I can see why we had a top four, because when it comes down to Lexi's track record and Sam's performance, who would you really eliminate? If you're not taking them both out at the same time, I don't see how you're going to do that. Because beyond her breakdowns, Lexi was a very sickening competitor this season. Like, you got to give her credit, even though she didn't get the wins that she thought she may have deserved, or we may have said maybe she could have got. But on top of that record of hers, she said, I had 4 reveals for y'all. So I'm going to show you what my reveals were, even though I can't perform them. She took off a cape, a wig, a hood, had spikes come out her bag. Like,
it was like wings.
Fairy wings, like dark fairy wings or something. Yeah. But one way or another, demon, yeah. No, Lexi, you looked amazing. Sam, what can we say? You are a queen. You are the queen to beat. Mm-hmm. You are someone that I think everybody is looking forward to seeing more from. Mm-hmm. I really can't wait. Like, we know that you'll be going on tour, but like, I want to see you on TV. I want to see you on stage. Yes. I want to, yes, we want that Sam Star experience, please. Yes. And then I'm gonna let y'all talk, because I just did a whole lot of talking about these two. If y'all want to say anything, if not, we can move on to congeniality.
No, we can move on.
No, yeah. So now we are going to talk about who won Miss Congeniality, the whole thing behind that, and everything. As y'all marinate on the final 2, put down in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. But put down in the comments. Let us know who you know. Well, I mean, we kind of know who won. You probably know who won if you're watching this, probably. But let us know who you really wanted to win between Jules, when you found out it was Jules and Anya. But let us know. So Miss Congeniality. All right. About all the eliminated queens out, except for the top 4, of course, because they were getting ready for their finals. Mm-hmm. But then they brought out the 2 the co-Miss Congenialities from last year, Saphira Crystal
and Tsunami
Muse. All right, two friends of the shows. Yeah, we love them. We love y'all. Can't wait to have y'all on.
Can't wait. Mm-hmm. Saphira, you told me to text you. I text you. She booked and busy now. Yeah. She is everywhere. Doing Olay body commercials with Tsunami, being paid. Mm-hmm. So we love that. But they come out so that they can announce who this season's Miss Congeniality will be. And they voted, and they chose. Wait. Before I announce who they chose to be Miss Congeniality, who did you want to be Miss Congeniality?
I wanted Lydia to be Miss Congeniality, honestly. Either her or Lana, but definitely not Arietti.
No. Yeah, not Arietti.
Yeah, definitely not Arietti.
Not Arietti.
I like Arietti so much when she started.
Not Joella, please.
Not Joella. She was a shady one.
Like, yeah, but I would definitely say Lana. I mean, Susie already had hers. So yeah.
I don't think she was that congenial either.
But I mean, she was the kumbaya. She was the head kumbaya.
Not really. Susie had her moments.
She was the
wait,
grand poobah, the kumbaya.
Jaja, in what world did you think Harmona was going to take it? When was she ever congenial?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, she was already nice behind the cameras, but most of the girls didn't really care for her in the beginning. So.
Right.
Well, I mean, I also didn't see how Malaysia got Rhinestone Gate either.
Malaysia deserved.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
No.
It's like giving Valentina Congeniality. Come on, be for real.
That was fan favorite.
Right. But who did you say you wanted to see?
I would have wanted to see also Lana, maybe Lydia. Lydia's the second, and Crystal Envy would be a third. Susie 2 honorable mention, but those 3 would be who I would say were very nice to the rest of the cast.
I'm going to say this
outside of Joella.
I'm going to say this as if I'm on episode 12, right? Mm-hmm. Not knowing who the top 4 were, not knowing who would come to be eliminated after that. Mm-hmm. I would have said Anya Nerve for Congeniality, because
even after Trimgate,
after the Tarp Gate, yes, because she got nerve.
Yes.
And I saw how she makes things right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, not only that, but she stood up for girls multiple times.
Mm-hmm. When she didn't have to, yeah.
Yeah. She was there to like kumbaya with other girls. She could throw the shade and take it. Like, I think that she would have been an amazing congeniality. Miss
Right.
Congeniality.
I actually want to come back to that point too when we like talk about after the top two, because like it's that very reason why, you know, I think she was deserving like of the crown.
There you have it.
I didn't.
You know, you did.
No, she just said he just said why she was
the girls.
Deserving of the crown. Like, I didn't say anything.
Really vibe with Harmona in real life, and she always had the sweet Southern charm behind her shade, which made it very enduring.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we get what you're saying. Yes, I don't know.
I like Harmona. I'm not
I don't think that they would do it for America. So who did we have that won Miss Congeniality? Because just the queens voted, as what this has been the new tradition for like how many years now?
Since season 10.
Season 10. Since season 10. All right. What's that? Valentina broke it? Did Valentina break it?
Valentina was the last one voted by the fans, and then
fan favorite
was the first one to be like voted by the queens.
Fan favorite.
Well, our fan favorite and the queen's favorite, I guess, ended up being Crystal Envy.
Crystal Envy.
I was so happy. She looked amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she's deserving. So.
She's a very deserving queen.
Yes. Shut up. She's okay.
So now after we wait. Ole Body also gave each of the other queens $2,000.
Yes, and then Miss Congeniality got $10,000. So third place.
Did we forget to mention that even though Sam
or fourth place? No, fourth place.
Fifth place.
Oh yeah, I missed it. What?
Because Susie
got third technically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. Well, so going to what I was about to say about Lexi and Sam is the fact that even though they didn't win the crown, they're still walking away with $25,000. Which
I thought it was 10.
Wait.
No, it's 25.
No, it's 25. Okay.
All these numbers. Why are we doing that?
I don't know, RuPaul. What the hell? Just give them money.
Right.
Just say we give them money, y'all.
So.
Oh wait, no. You know what, Stoney? You were right. The runner-up was getting 25. They got 10. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
It's too much math going on. We're talking about drag. Why are we doing so much math?
We're talking about the coin.
Yes.
So the drag queens would be like, you need to get that right because I need my coin.
I mean, if we really did the math, most of the queens really came up on some money.
Yeah.
Because those mini challenges paid, the maxi challenges paid. Then y'all all got something for the congeniality, even though y'all weren't congeniality. Y'all had the opportunity to win $50,000 with she already had hers. Like there were so many opportunities for y'all to be thousandaires.
Yeah, it was
10K for
them. For
Sam and Lexi. Okay. Well, yeah, it was. But it was still cute. You didn't win, and you still got 10K. So, yeah. Now we are down to our final two. We have Jewels Sparkles, double plurals, and we have On Your Nerve because it do take nerve. It do take nerve. You got to do it like that. You got to.
Yeah, it do take nerve.
All right.
And she said in the workroom, child. She meant it.
And they were lip syncing, or actually prepare lip sync, to Lady Gaga's Abracadabra. And the music starts. Ru explains again what's at stake here. The music starts, and they start dancing. On Your Nerve goes into the choreography from the video, the actual Lady Gaga video. Jewel Sparkle starts doing her dance. And okay,
Jules was doing some choreo from the videos.
Yeah, but I want to also talk about their looks. Jewel Sparkles had this black looked like latex type bodysuit, not bodysuit, but like long gown. Not oh gosh, I can't talk now. It was because
It's
it
like a
wasn't a
dress.
gown. It was like a dress. But it was very goth. It was very cute at the same time. She had on this hat with the brim hat, and it also added like a little bit of a face mask to it. She had
Yeah,
like
like a
little
face
pink
king
flowers
type of thing.
around the train of the dress. She had an umbrella that rained down flowers. And as the song continued, she pulled more and more away to reveal a look after a look after a look. Now,
Down to a bodysuit.
if this was season 7 and we saw something like that, we would be floored. Season 17, however, these two brought up a really good point about reveals. After a while,
It's like what happened with Nina West
Mhm.
from Lost Stars 9.
It's like
She
we've
did-
seen it before. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Or it just don't make
Reveal
sense,
is just, yeah.
or that makes sense for the song. Like, you
Right.
know, like sometimes it's like that too. And I even think for the finale, like thinking like if we're gonna compare it to like last year's finale, even season 15, Sasha Kobe and Nymphia did not have that many reveals. I think Sasha had 2 and Nymphia had 3.
Nymphia's, but see,
But
Nymphia's
Nymphia's
was
was
big.
big.
the
Right.
way she did her reveals almost felt magical.
Yes, and like I was saying for like
Yeah.
Roxy Andrews, which is my favorite reveal of all time, the rape reveal, it just felt so effortlessly because it's one of those. It felt like it happened so effortlessly. It was in tune with the song, and it just made sense. And I feel like that's what a reveal should be about. It shouldn't be just because, oh, I wore this, just take this off while I'm lip syncing.
Mhm.
That's not what a reveal should be. And I think people take away from like the actual meanings of the song, and what they're supposed to be doing is actually lip syncing and embodying the song, because if they're the
That's
person
your fault.
singing it, they miss out on that. And I think, you know, for me, Anya had that like flair and just that nerve to like really emote the song the best way she knew she could, because she adapted what Lady Gaga was like meaning for the song, down to the choreo and shit, I don't know what you like this, down to the choreo, even down to the to her attitude and just walking across the stage and just like commencing to people. Like you can tell that she like generally knew what she wanted to like showcase, and I think like that's like was a big thing. She had a point of view where she wanted to showcase within like doing this number. It didn't matter like she couldn't do like stunts like Jules can. It didn't matter that she didn't have no reveal. She was going to go out there and do what she do best and give them nerve.
And all right, so I just want to be that guy. Sorry, I have to be that guy, but like, no,
Oh.
I ain't doing this for her. I'm doing this for us. She wouldn't shut up.
Gosh.
No, unpopular opinion. I would not be upset if Anya gave me more with that look. Her dress or her outfit. It was
the hair.
red.
When I saw the flat hair for you, I knew the flat hair for you would be a problem.
Yeah, it wasn't drag enough for me for
Mhm.
a finale. Like, I'm not saying that you got to be rhinestone from head to toe, but
Or like, you know,
it just didn't seem big enough.
Freaking what's her face's wig.
For the energy, right? For the energy that you provide, the look did not match.
I hear
my opinion.
You're right. I hear your opinion. I want to like kind of like put a point to like other finales with similar like type of look. Anitra kind of did something similar, like where like, you know,
I agree,
like,
and I felt the same way. Like, she looked great. Don't get me wrong, but this is the finale.
And to that, I will say it's just kind of just goes down to like what I always say, the season 9 effect with Sasha and Shay, because Shay too, like, well, it was a different time, but like what she had on was just like ready to lip sync, and I feel like, one, you definitely don't want to lip sync in no gown, and two, you definitely want to lip sync when you're at your best drag. And I think that was Anya her best drag where she felt comfortable in. That's why she good. Now I do agree on like, you know, where you feel like things could have been more drag up, but I also feel like what she had like executed and just the bread and just like the energy of the song and even what she was wearing, I think that's what like spoke out for me in terms of just like her not trying to like, you know, be so dragged up about this number. That's how I feel. I feel like, you know, like that number.
It's a finale, and I definitely understand what you're saying. Like, you want to be where you're most comfortable. But I had this epiphany the other day. You don't really grow in your comfort zone. but didn't matter how I feel about it.
You can this way.
Mm-hmm. What?
When you're in your comfort zone, you can grow this way.
Wow. Yeah, you hold her. You won't punish.
What?
Before we reveal
I'm
who
in my
RuPaul,
comfort zone.
but before
You
we
getting back in your comfort zone.
wait, before we reveal who RuPaul selected to be America's Next Drag Superstar, special shout out to Liza Minnelli.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of the award she gave her?
Priyanka loves Liza.
The Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah.
So Liza Minnelli had a whole moment on the show, had dancers out. She was out on her chair doing her thing. And yeah, so it was wonderful. Everybody
tearing that chair up.
Yes, she was. Everybody had their bells. Susie was crying. It was a magical moment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
you,
RuPaul.
Theater sister.
Well, I was going to say thank you, Liza Minnelli, but thank you for RuPaul.
For having her on there and just like showcase. And even to like the younger generation that don't know about Liza Minnelli. And I think I even like how she did. I forgot who she gave a Lifetime Achievement for last year. But I like that she's doing that like every year, like for like different like queer icons at her time to like represent. And
I want to ask her, Liza, did you ever eat a sandwich growing up?
No, that's funny. That is funny. No, it was iconic to look at my TV on Drag Race and see all of these young queens and seeing Liza Minnelli on stage. Like, I honestly don't think I've ever laid eyes on Liza Minnelli on like any type of live medium like that ever in my life. So it was really cool to see her have the energy that she is known for having and being, even at her age, still sparkling and shining.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really fun to see. Her brother was with her. Also, before we announce who the winner is, the top 4 girls also had representation in the audience, so it was good because Jules Sparkle's mama and father was there. So we got to see her dad come back. Anya Nerve's dad came back with her mom, with Anya's mom as well. Anya looked like their mom.
Yeah,
Anya looked like their mom for real.
And might I say that was like a nice touching moment to see like a Black family supporting a queer child and just highlighting that, like a mother and a father supporting like their Black child and their art and what they want to do, and it's just, I think moments like that is like important to highlight on TV.
Absolutely.
Lexi had her 2 drag moms on the show, and it was beautiful to see how proud they were of her. And then Sam Starr had her mom and her sister on the show, and they just country as hell. They are so freaking country, and it was beautiful to see. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yes, we have. Oh my God.
America's Next Drag Superstar.
Say it.
Is Anya Nerve.
Okay, because I was about to fall asleep.
No, you had to keep the suspense going. Anya Nerve.
It was boring out.
Yeah. But yes, Anya Nerve. Yay, Anya.
Yeah, Anya Nerve.
I think we all knew it from day one.
Yes.
Yeah.
If not day one, definitely day 2.
Yeah. At the latest day 14, because it only took 2 episodes. She wasn't even in the first one. So let's do that.
But no, she made her noise. She shook some tables. She kicked some doors down. She slapped the hoe.
Broke some dishes.
Okay.
She sang. She made us laugh. She danced. She put together outfits regardless of how much we may or may not like them.
Yes. Big Fupa.
We love Big Fupa. Like, she should do a whole skit just about Big Fupa. We will watch it. Trust me, Anya. Make that show. No, it is so beautiful to see a young Black drag queen from Cleveland, Ohio.
Right, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that makes that's even more impactful. Like
Mm-hmm.
Ohio of all states. Like
Yeah.
no shade to Anya State, but
Sorry, Mom.
Well, she knows too because
see,
she said she wanted to
sorry,
get out of
Mom.
there.
Right.
So,
Anya was like,
in the-
I think I should go to
I
New
New
York
York,
or
you know,
LA or maybe
somewhere
Atlanta.
fun, you
In
know,
the-
because she a fun person, and I feel like
in the gay world, Ohio is not that major of a state, but
yeah, it's not.
In the
in
gay
every
world.
yes,
World,
in the
world.
gay
In
world,
the
no,
regular world.
no. As far as national athletics, Ohio is a hotbed when it comes to recruiting athletic talent.
Oh, that's what I said. The LeBron James show.
A lot of because of the fact that there are so many colleges in Ohio. Ohio is one of the most educated states in the entire country.
You can never convince me of that.
I know. Based off of yes, yeah, I'm
not buying that.
I know.
I'm not buying that.
But
And
based
all
off
my
of the
family and
educational
friends in
resources
Ohio,
that
I
are
love
available
y'all.
to
But
the
y'all know I
residents
say
of
what I
Ohio.
say, and I feel how I feel.
Yeah. No, statistics.
I don't see that.
Talking statistics.
I don't see it.
But
Okay.
but hey,
That sounds so personal because it is.
it is. But hey, so I mean, Ohio is, I guess, starting to spread its tentacles into the gay world as a place and a place that people are.
It is.
You know.
I have been to Columbus Pride. That was big. It was diverse. Well, there was a little diversity there, but Columbus, Ohio, also. Wait, we've been to Columbus for the other. So I did twice. Because the first one was just their regular pride. It wasn't a black pride. The one we went to was their black pride. Two very different experiences.
I can only imagine.
I had fun at both. Don't get me wrong. I had fun at both. I felt that warming sense of queer pride, regardless of people's identity expression or racial identity or any of that stuff. It really was one of the better prides I've gone to. But Ohio, though.
Yeah. And speaking of Ohio, because it's where On Your Nerve is from, and speaking of On Your Nerve, you know how you like that double segue. I wanted to ask this question earlier, but I didn't want it to be any spoilers. So with Anya's ascension into the next drag superstar, and honestly, from what I've been seeing as of late, as far as the crop of queens that have been coming through, it looks like we don't have those grizzled veterans of drag anymore that are walking into the workroom with 15 years of experience or X amount, more than 5+ years of experience. Honestly, a lot of the queens that Lexi was pretty much the only one, honestly, that's had 5 years plus of gigs and doing stuff and doing the drag queen life, whereas all of the other queens and contestants were like 4 and 3 years into drag. On Your Nerves is 3 years into drag, 3 years into her drag journey right now, and she is already America's next drag superstar,
and deservingly so.
But 3 years into drag, it is something. And do y'all think that this is a trend that we're seeing as far as the younger queens, just being
dominating
better than
dominating
the more seasoned veteran queens?
I wouldn't say it's a trend, but I will say that they are going back into what they used to do in the older season, which was getting like the younger queens who been out for like at least like less than 5 years or 5 years max to like have a chance to use this platform to like skyrocket to like what they could be now. Because even just think about 10 years ago, Trixie Mattel was just started doing drag, and look at her now.
I also think that times change.
Yeah.
You want to speak to a specific audience, like those seasoned queens at 15 years in the game. They speak to a particular audience, and if you want to stay relevant on TV, you got to speak to the people that are going to actually watch. Like, granted, we represent almost two different generations on this show, but I think we're close enough to where we can appreciate the different forms of drag.
Yeah,
I think as time goes on, you're going to get a younger and younger audience, and they may not respond the same the way that we do with those other queens, those older seasoned queens. It's a different style.
Anya's deserving, and nonetheless, congratulations to Anya Nurse because she fought for it. She was.
What's up, Omar?
she was one of the queens that, like, you know, I
They are.
No, they definitely are,
And there's still space for them.
Yes, it's definitely still space for them. But like I was saying before, it's nice to give, like, you know, queens that are just like in a journey this platform when they do one, just where they go for like afterwards, like even like I said 10 years ago with Trixie Valachowski just started drag too, and she, you know, aside for what people hate her step down look was like for season 8, she's been doing good, like, you know, in terms of like her drag career
amazing.
and just like where she's at now. So I could just see Anya being the same way. And I hate when people kind of like, you know, make it about like her overall runway package. It's not there. Was a lot of winners who did not have the best runway package when they first started, and then they like, especially early seasons, and then like
hurry up, put together this all winter season and put Anya in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because she would do amazing. Like sometimes, you know, they just don't have the runway package. Like Bob didn't know how to sew. She and there was a designer. She was in the bottom for, and rightfully so. So it's like, you know, but she was the winner at it because she still like did a lot throughout the season. That, you know, everybody has their weakness. Nymphia was not funny. Like she had that one funny moment with, like, honestly, it was a group challenge, but like she was not funny.
Was not.
Like, you
is
know.
Not.
So I just feel like every queen has their weakness. So I think when queens try to make it about their overall one-way package, or if a person can't necessarily design and they should be a winner, like that's not fair, because it's more than drag queen than just like, you know,
that is true.
Like, you know, of course that's like part of being a drag queen, but like I said, imagine her 5 years from now. Like let's talk about maybe 2030. Like, you know, she will be like something like very different in terms of what she is now.
Yeah, RuPaul is very different from where she started out, you know. And like very different from, you know, the RuPaul that I saw on MTV Spring Break, you know, as a kid. You know what I mean? Like the RuPaul that I see now is totally different. Different.
Because times change, people evolve. And like I said, RuPaul created and she's not the first person to ever do drag, but she created this platform for drag queens. Like Bianca Del Rio was saying on Piss Stop, drag is in everybody's living room now. It's a part of pop culture. And it had to start somewhere, and RuPaul forged that lane. And she has evolved. The world has evolved. TV has evolved in how we consume media as well. So you also have social media. I have my issues with social media, and when I say that, I mean I got a little comfortable. I have, like, things have changed so much. Like, I got to remind myself, Kevyn, you can do it. You're not too old, and that's just me. Someone who I think I'm in an age or within a generation of people who are still very fluent with social media, whereas I am not. I'm thinking about generations older than me trying to do it. There is a difference between the demographics and what people cling to. And like, again, we're very diverse in our taste of drag because we can appreciate it all.
Yes.
And that's why we are serious drag journalists here.
Yes, we are very serious drag journalists. We understand the differences and we agree on those. Or we do not disagree on those. We agree on those as well. You know, one thing we can agree on is certainly that King Kevyn is old. So we are...
So we know Aries season just came to an end where my bro here is almost 40. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for mentioning age and getting old.
It's all right. You go right ahead and age as gracefully as Eartha Kitt. All right. Yes.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I could say that. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you have rather me said George Bush?
I'd rather you say God bless you. Thank you for watching. No.
Age as gracefully as Barbara Bush. No, that's terrible. Oh,
God, milk in the sun.
God bless her soul,
August
Barbara Bush. Babs.
Sitting in the windowsill. Age like that. You heard me? Age like a glass of milk sitting in the windowsill on a hot August day.
Oh. Oh no, that's those Gen Z people right there.
No, it's not.
Oh, some of y'all look old as dirt.
You know,
you could sit me next to some Gen Zers and they'd be like, they old, and I'd be like, thank you.
Looking at
bye.
Me like, is that my older brother?
Yeah. Wow. Millennial.
You know,
we look great.
So would you consider yourself an unk now?
Yeah.
You're definitely an unk.
Yeah. I've been unk. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm like definitely unk zaddy. It's all right. I got
Right.
Zad vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think your generation can make new terms. Millennial ages is over now.
What?
Since time, since I want to talk about.
Go sit in the corner, damn it. Take your ass over in the corner.
Oh God.
No, I like it. I'm Zeddy.
Are you
Yeah.
excited for All Stars 10?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
All Stars 10 coming.
I will be more excited when they actually reveal the cast.
Yes, to see if
I want to see if the rumors are real. I want y'all to confirm some of these people. Yeah, I'm ready. I am absolutely ready. Are you guys ready for All Stars 10?
Yes. Let us know if you are excited to see Nicole Paige Brooks.
I'm excited to see.
Anybody in the comments?
I'm excited to see Aja. And I'm honestly, and I mean that sincerely. I really am.
Because I'm excited to see Aja too.
You is Stoney excited to see Aja?
Clearly not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He not excited to see Aja.
No.
We'll see how. Make sure we keep that because we'll see how All Stars 10 goes.
Right. Right. Exactly.
You have a pattern of doing this with certain queens.
I'm gonna be throwing up a whole way.
Wasn't this last year with Roxy? It was. Because then you got upset when Nigeria won because you said all this for Roxy for All Stars 9. So watch what happened with Aja.
I thought that was me.
No.
That was me.
No, that was you too, Stoney. You was in.
No, because we couldn't even say Roxy's name half the time with Stoney.
Yeah.
Like you didn't know he was not here for Roxy at all. I remember.
Nope.
It was all for her when she came to finale.
I thought that she won.
She was amazing. I mean, as much as you like or dislike
as much
her,
as I didn't want, I thought that she won.
That was us being fair.
RuPaul was like Nigeria. That was like okay.
That season 2 though, she definitely deserved it.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to All Stars 10. I want to know who this cast is. I think that's going to be the first thing we talk about is the cast, breaking down who the cast are, the tournament style that we're expecting to see with this new season. RuPaul's done a lot to change up the format of these shows, which we appreciate.
Yes.
So yeah, we look forward to that for sure.
So we'll discuss the tournament style rumors in our preview show that will be coming in a couple of weeks. All right, because we are going to take a nice needed break in between now and All Stars. So unfortunately, this is the last time that you guys will see our beautiful, beautiful faces
on this platform. You could also go to my other platform and subscribe.
Yes, yes, you can go to all the other drones. Yes,
right.
All the other drones and like, share, subscribe to all of them. And make sure that you like, share, subscribe. And be back here with us, all right? Because I think we're gonna go. The week before?
The week before.
What is that? Hit the calendar button.
The week before.
What is it? May 19th is when it coming out, Stat Boy.
No, May 9th.
May 9th.
Yeah, sorry. So we'll see y'all on the 11th.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. You want to do a preview show on the 4th? Okay.
Nope.
No preview show. So we'll see y'all after we find out everything and see who's first eliminated or whatever they're doing. Beautiful beneficiary badge or whatever. We don't know. But
Charlie High coming back is crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's what I want to know. If not this next season, who would y'all like to see come back for All Stars?
Yes, because
from any season.
The one thing that we can tell you guys is that they went into this All-Star season wanting to cast one queen from every single season. From every single season, one queen. All right, even the past one. All right. So
if it was a tournament, like why would you want to be against like 10 girl like in the same season? But
even though there are a couple who came in from the same season. So
Yeah. All right. So we will, with that, again, tell us in the comment section who you want to see come back for an All-Star season. Also, if you have not already, make sure you like. Thank you for joining the comment section and subscribe. We will be off for the next 2 weeks, and you'll get a notification when we're about to go live again on the 11th.
Thank y'all for coming. God bless you, and good night.